Hello, hello. Good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you are and wherever you see the video. So, how how is going? I hope that it's work everything well. I will check now, and if it's everything fine. Yes, it's working. How is everybody today? Write a message, please. And I have already my beautiful lady with me. Hi.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone from Dubai. Greetings and thank you for being here. Thank you, Simona, for having me today.
Thank you for joining. And I know that to you it's very late. Today I visit Dubai, you visit Germany. Welcome.
Yes, soon, hopefully, we will be able to travel again.
Yes, I hope so. I hope so. I miss it so much, and it's. I think everybody want to escape.
Yes. Yes.
How was your day? How was your training?
It was excellent. We actually started something, a program, a coaching program in Balkans. So for Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia in our language. So it's the first time me and a group of 5 other coaches, we are doing a transformational program for people who want to improve their life, who want to overcome fears and get better results. So we are doing that for the first time in our languages. So it's very exciting. Usually I work in English only.
Amazing, amazing. On this part, I can say hi to my friend in Croatia. She was in the area where the earthquake, it was in December in 29, and was a lot of damage in her area.
Yeah,
But
they had a bad earthquake.
greetings to all, and pray for all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Sending them all the best.
yes. Tell me a little about you. Introduce yourself, please.
Yes.
And today we have a great topic: networking.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And I'm so passionate about this topic and I'm excited for everyone to hear it as well. So, for those who don't know me, my name is Nevena Bajalac and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm someone who is very passionate about life. I do several things. So, I don't like to always describe myself by the things I do at this moment, but I will share that as well. And I spent my childhood and grow up in Serbia. I'm originally born and raised in Serbia. And 4.5 years ago, I moved to Dubai. I was chasing my dreams, let's say like that, looking for transformation, looking for change, for opportunities, and I came to Dubai. Now, today specifically, we're talking about networking, and I'm just gonna share a couple of things that I do. I do different online businesses. And I'm a coach, so I focus on families, and typically I help parents who struggle with anxiety, stress, worries. And I have a consultancy business, coaching business, and also an e-commerce business. So networking is part, and I'm very passionate about this topic because no matter what kind of business you have, I think we're learning, especially now in COVID times, how powerful joint ventures are and how powerful it is to partner up, no matter if you have a product, if you have a service. So either if you are a coach or you do any kind of consultancy, if you have a network, if you have someone to do introduction for you, or if you have a product, people who are gonna recommend your products and share it with others, gonna really shift and move your business so fast. So that's why we are here, and we're gonna talk more about it.
Amazing. I love it. Networking is not just sales products and services. It's also connecting with people, make friendship, learn about yourself, learn about new things, self-development, and it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we're all connected, and think about it. You, in order to move either your product or your service, you need customers, right? So you need to
Absolutely.
network, you need leads, you need people, but then you can scale your business in different ways and your business will move faster if you also learn to partner up maybe with other businesses who can also promote, and you can promote one another. So that's something very powerful that we definitely, I want to talk more about. So Simona, do you have like a specific questions that you prepare for me, or do we have listeners asking questions? I'm just first time here in your show, so.
Even if we have some comments, we interact. Please feel free and ask question or specific about networking or something. Just leave a comment, and we tried the best to answer.
Yeah.
And specific is generally networking. Generally, what mean networking for you? This is more than selling.
No, I don't consider networking sales. I consider networking building relationships. So for me, networking is building a relationship with people. And I read that, and I really live by it. Your network is your net worth. So how much people you have in your network, in your personal, in knowing people and having quality relationship with people, it's really powerful. And I remember listening I think it was a podcast, and it was about money and our mindset about money. And this man was talking, do not put your security in how much money you have in your bank account. Put it in how many people you know that will help you. So let's say you stay broke, you are bankrupt, right?
Yes.
Instead of thinking, I have this much money and it can last me for 4 weeks. Well, what if you have 4 friends and you ask each friend to stay in their house for 2 weeks? Now you can last longer. You can last 8 weeks, right? And maybe you have more people, or they can, help you longer, and so on. And I was also in another interview, and somebody asked me if you have to start from scratch. I mean, I'm not so into my business. I started just 2 years ago, full-time being an entrepreneur. But somebody asked me, if you have to start from scratch, what would you do? And I would just say, I would just build relationship and network. I would just build a relationship, which is what I do every single day. Okay. I have at least 1 hour where I go on my social media, and that's how I came to you, right? I message people. I ask them what is that they do. I ask them what is their passion, how we can maybe work together. With so many people, I became really friends, and I never met them. So they're my friends. With some people, I partner up with business. A lot of them are my clients, and so on. So if you have to start and you're starting, or you are already in your business, start networking every single day. Open your social media, open your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram if you're in lockdown, and start talking with people, not selling them something, not saying, I'm a coach, I can help you do this, right? People don't even know who you are. And this happens to me 30 to 50 times per day, okay? On LinkedIn, on Facebook. Hey, I'm this coach. I can help you grow your business 6 income. Everybody can apparently help you grow your business 6 income, right, these days. So, and then automatically I'm backing off. Like, why is this person? They never even ask me, who I am. How is my day? I want to build this relationship, and this is how we buy. So I think this is very powerful. Build relationships, like honestly build relationships. And I read in one book a couple of years ago, it was specifically about networking, and I listened to the author. He is a very powerful known speaker, and he said he was talking about your network being your net worth, and he said, if there is one thing that you should do in life, you should find a way to stay in touch with everybody you know from your childhood. Now, this is very powerful. And I said, this is going to be the number one thing I'm going to teach my children. Every friend they have from kindergarten, from childhood, find a way to stay in touch. Send them a card for Happy New Year. Send them Merry Christmas if they celebrate Christmas. Congratulate them when they have their kids, right? Stay in touch once, twice per year. Stay in touch. Why? Because if you do that by age of 30, you're going to have like a network of like thousands and thousands of people that you met through your life. And if you need a client, if you need a lawyer, if you need a publisher, if you need to be on a TV, guess what? Somebody from those people will be there. You're going to know someone, or they're going to know someone who can help you. So when I read this 2 years ago and I started my entrepreneurship journey, I had working with so many parents over years through different businesses, schools, and I had such a good relationship with them, but I didn't took their contact. I didn't took their social media contact, right? I was seeing them for many years. They would bring children to my school, nursery that I was managing. And when I read this, when I realized, I was like, wow, I wish somebody told me this 5 years ago or 10 years
or 10
ago.
years ago.
Because yes, all of those parents could be now my clients, or they could introduce me to someone, or they could recommend me. I could have more following, right? Imagine over years, you're going to meet 1,000 people easily through your business. So that's 1,000 people you will have on your social media, but not fake followers. These are people who are going to engage with you because they know who you are and they know you personally.
Exactly.
So it's a really, really powerful. And I just tell everyone now, just start networking, get to know people for no obvious reason. Do not try to sell them, to upsell them. Just get to communicate with people and say, hey, this is what I do. What is that you do? Maybe someday we can collaborate, right? Some people tell me, I have a hotel or resort. Just yesterday, somebody told me, right? And I was like, okay, if I decide to travel, I would go to that resort. Why would I pay someone else when I know the person now? I will support their business.
Absolutely.
So this is how your businesses will grow as well.
This is also the way how we support each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And support the small businesses, mostly now where a lot of businesses are already, many of them, they don't survive. And this is a way how we can support the others.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love it. I love it. What it is, networking or giving?
It is. I mean, everything is giving and receiving, right? And I live by saying, I learned this from my mentor, Bob Proctor. He always says, leave everyone with an impression of increase. Okay, so whoever you talk or you come through your day, sometimes we move through our day and we're like so into our head, into our problems, and we don't even pay attention to our people, right? To people around us. But then just stop for a minute, and if you are in the petrol station, like just smile to that person or send them, tell them thank you, right? When I see, I don't know, today I saw cleaners cleaning, public toilet in a mall, and I was like, I really appreciate them, and I was like, thank you for doing that because you're making this place clean for everyone. And then I would see someone, I have a security in my building, and I start giving him books like Think and Grow Rich and, Science of Getting Rich. And he was like, oh my God, it really opens your mind. So do something for others that they are ready to receive in that moment, not push them. Hey, you have to read this book, because people need to be ready. But give them a compliment, give people a compliment, tell them I really appreciate what you're doing, and pay attention to small things. And for me, networking is also that, recognizing who people are and what is that they need, what are their strengths. And not everyone, I don't have to have financial benefit from everyone. Not everyone will be my client, or not everyone will, I don't know, do something for my business or whatsoever. But I don't want everyone to do that. I just, people come and go. I want people to remember me in the best way possible.
Yes, I understand what you mean. And it is normally, because networking is not for everybody. And not in the bad way. I mean, for someone who is, in a corporate and he like what he's doing, it will be not.
Well, look, even corporates, you have to network. Corporates are also built on relationships. They're built to B2B businesses. So if you're in corporates, you have to, maybe go and build a relationship. How you will get your clients, right? I work for corporates. We get clients through networking. We would go to events. We would promote ourselves. So networking is part of everyone's life. But I think some people say, oh, I am introvert. I'm too shy to network, right? So they don't feel so comfortable networking. And, some people, you're in Germany, right? I have a lot of German that I work with, and they're very successful now in businesses like network marketing and so on, like leaders in the world. And they would say, I'm so introvert. And for me, being introvert plus German, they taught me like, why would I speak to person next to me, right? I just came and I mind my own business, right? So there's also culture there, how you're raised, and for some people it's easier. I'm extrovert, but I'm also ambivert, so I love being on my own sometimes, but I'm very outgoing. But sometimes, yeah, you're in a room and you're like, like I feel weird to approach people or start speaking to people. And this is big mistake. Why? I will tell you and where it's coming from. It's coming from our parents telling us, stranger danger.
Don't talk with a stranger.
Don't speak to strangers, okay? Don't speak to strangers. And then you grow up and you get a job. And guess what? Everybody are strangers. Your customers are strangers. If you were
your colleagues.
Strangers, you pick up the phone to call someone, they are strangers. So you are terrified to do your business and your work because everybody are now strangers, and you are taught since being a child that stranger is danger, which is something that wrong that we from the best intention as parents, we teach this our children, but it's not a good way, right? We want them to know what actual danger is, but not strangers are dangerous. We want them to build relationships since earliest age.
Absolutely. You talked before about Bob Proctor. Shift your paradigm.
Yes, shift your paradigms. Yes, paradigm.
Absolutely.
The way we think, and maybe this interview will open and shift some paradigms for many people. So let me go back to being introvert. If you feel like you're introvert and you just don't like so easily talking to someone, let me see if we can maybe give you some tips here as well. You have to connect if you have a business, but then you're like, oh, I'm really struggling with networking. I'm really struggling with approaching people. You have to connect your pain with not doing it, right? So you have to say, okay, if I don't network, if I don't meet people, then I will not have the opportunity to sell my product. Nobody will know about my business, and your brain always want to protect you from the danger. So your brain will say, danger, danger, you can be rejected. People can say no to you, right? Yes. People can think you're an idiot, or they might say your business is stupid, or this or that, or they don't like it, whatever kind of business you have, from a bakery, from coaching, from network marketing, like people will, always have their own different opinions. And then your brain trying to protect you. So you do, because of fear, you do very little action. You're very afraid. And once you start doing it and you get rejected a couple of times, and your brain says, okay, so I had 50 people tell me no, I'm still alive. Like, so
absolutely.
what?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I always say this is 50 more people closer to a yes. So you keep on going, right? Thank you, Sonia. Sonia is saying good insight.
Yes, very, very good. Thanks for joining.
Feel the fear and do it anyways. Yes.
Absolutely.
And over time, you will not even have that fear anymore. I think it's very important. I understood that everything you do, and seeing some successful people and knowing some people, they're phenomenal people, like they help others. There is always someone who talks bad about them. There's always someone who is maybe jealous, who is saying, oh, they're doing this is not okay. It doesn't matter if it's network marketing, if it's coaching, if it's a traditional business, right? Somebody can say, oh, they sell this and take money from people, or they do this. And then you have to say, okay, let me stop caring what other people think. This is where I am now. Like, I really don't care. I'm aligned with what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing. Why am I doing? So me networking with people, and when we go back to networking, when you have that fear, you have the fear when you think about yourself, right? So it's the same, very similar like a public speaking. When you have to go out and speak in front of others, you have the fear because you are thinking, oh, am I good? Is my hair good? Will I pronounce good? I'm not English speaker, or whatever. You are thinking all of these thoughts.
Everything.
And you have to switch the focus from yourself to people around you. So let's say I want to network with Simona now, instead of thinking, oh my God, what will she think about me? What will she, you ask her, okay, let me ask her who she is. Let me ask questions. It's very powerful. Let me see what she needs. Let me smile, to her. Maybe nobody smiled to her this day. Maybe she's very stressed.
A smile may open the doors.
Yes, smile opens the doors. And sometimes I would, just text people, hey, how are you today? And I had, trust me, people who break down crying, oh my God, nobody ever asked me how I am. I help everyone. And, like people that I never met, just connected through social media, just really genuinely asking them, how are you doing? Like, how is everything with you? Like, or I have so many mothers and women who go through difficult times, and they go through difficult times, and they take care of everyone. And I ask them, well, how are you? And she says, oh, nobody ever asked me that.
Nobody. Because a woman is many times, women generally are in the back and on the last place, let's say. All the time are the children, are the husband, family, everybody is in front, and the woman is all the time behind. And it's normally that nobody asks it, because everybody thinking that she's an engine, she push everything and it's like a flying. And it's nobody think to ask her, how are you?
Well, that's why we have to put ourselves first. You have to put yourself first, and because nobody else will. And it's okay to take the break, to rest, and to do what you feel doing, and to say no if you don't feel like doing something.
How you say no?
How to say no. I love that. Yeah. How to say no? Well, the fear, let's see where this problem comes from. If you're struggling to say no to someone, you have the fear, and it comes from, early childhood. You have the fear that you will be in a way rejected and then not being loved, right? Deep down, because you're like, I have to say yes, because what they're going to think about me? Will they still love me? And where this comes from, when we are babies, we often are taught to do things to make our parents happy, because our parents means existence for us. If we don't have our parents, if nobody feeds us, if nobody takes care of us, we will die, right? So we start as children, our parents not knowing what they're doing in a way. They would say, I want you to have good grades, or I want you to, if you eat lunch, then you can do this, or if you don't, you will be punished. You don't want to be punished, right? Because you need those parents. So you start building this, and you start having fear of maybe saying no.
Absolutely.
So first of all, you have to understand that, look, if I'm saying no to something, I don't feel like doing, maybe, go for a brunch with my friends. If I don't feel like doing it, I'm going to say no. And this doesn't mean those people will stop loving me. They should understand that if I'm not feeling well, or if I'm not enjoying that kind of gathering, I will simply not go. And true friends and true people who are emotionally mature will also understand that. And if they don't, then you, in a way, will know, maybe, I'm not so aligned with these people anymore. Maybe I need a different group of people who don't mind me saying no sometimes.
Who accept me when I say no.
Yeah, and accepting who I am, because everybody has days when they say no, right? I mean, you can ask your friend, hey, can I come over? But if you don't feel like it, I would just tell to my friends, no, I really don't feel like seeing anyone today. I want to have rest. Whatever, and why would I have a problem saying that?
Saying that. I understand you. How to deliver bad messages?
Bad messages? What do you mean by bad messages?
Let's say that you have someone in team, and say get bad message that is I'm not interested in your product, or something like this, and it will be disappointing. How you handle this?
How do I handle when I receive like a negative comment, or how would I deliver some bad news?
Both in a short version. But because we got sometimes bad. Rejection. It's a bad message, for example, or rejection. We can consider it as okay. The Sonia said, "Thank you for sharing your passion. Well done. Thank you, Sonia."
So if people say thank you, I'm not interested, it's okay. And this we have to, what we have to develop on a really deep level is existence and acceptance. So I'm existing, and I'm fine that not everybody will be on the same like me, right? Not if there are people who are aggressive, there are people who do crime, there are people who do things. They're existing, and we are all coexisting together. There are people who will align with what I'm doing, and there are people who are not going to see value at it. And this is very powerful. It was a very powerful message for me in the businesses, in network marketing, in coaching practice, because you cannot in a way change people. You cannot force them to see what you see in them. Sometimes as a coach and mentor, I often see, I see the potential in people they don't even believe, and that's powerful because you believe in them, so you can push them up. But they have to be the one to make a decision at the end of the day, and this is where it comes from. So when somebody gives you a negative comment or tells you they're not interested, it comes from acceptance. Okay, maybe it's not the right time for them, and I understand that, because maybe somebody offered me like 5 years ago a business or product or something, and it just didn't have a good day. And I think when it comes to social media, if you do business on social media, we get bombarded so much, and I get, 30 messages on LinkedIn, people trying to sell me something, and I was just telling them, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. And it's nothing personal. I'm sometimes thinking, oh my God, this person will be maybe devastated getting all of this rejection. But I don't even know who she is. I didn't even read her offer, to be honest, right?
Gotcha.
So
yes.
At the end of the day, if you want to have more positive results, if you really want to have a feedback, you need to build a relationship. And then people, when they're ready, they come back to you. You have to be consistent and aligned with what you are doing, and you're doing it, and you keep on doing it, and you allow other people to follow you. And to see what you're doing, and then they will say, oh wow, she's really consistent. I can see she has a success. I wasn't ready last year, but maybe now I am ready. And this happens to me a lot.
It happened, yes. When consistency, be persistent, be there when somebody needs something, be there in a way or another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many times it's happened that people need just to hear a good word. It's not necessary to buy a product.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this comes from a premise where we are, and we like, oh, I want people to buy my product, and they reject me. You have to detach yourself from those results. You cannot take it personally. You have to, the results, and people saying, it's simply, okay, they're not ready, or maybe they don't like it. Like, look, you maybe like red lipstick. I don't like red lipstick. Right? So what if you are trying to sell me red lipstick and I say no, you should be insulted? No, like people like different things. But you, if you're a good salesperson, you should discover what is this person looking for, because people are always looking for something. They always have certain problems too. Maybe I don't need red lipstick, but I might say, oh, I'm running out of my mascara. So instead of leaving your shop, you say, okay, is there anything like, you're running out with? What would you like to change, to improve? But like whatever, like don't just, oh, I'm trying to sell her this lipstick and she didn't buy it, and now I'm like all angry and grumpy.
Exactly. It's not just the lipstick, and don't have just the lipstick in store. Have more.
Yes. I mean, it's a metaphor, but whatever you're offering, if I'm offering a coaching services to someone and they're not ready or whatever reason, okay, maybe I have a book for them. Maybe I tell them, okay, you're not ready for coaching, but you can buy this book. You can buy a shorter online program, or here is the article I want to give you to read. So you still add value to their life, but they're not necessarily maybe, there to buy what you wanted them to buy originally.
Gotcha. Thanks. Very, very good. What you say about vulnerable? When we show up vulnerable, we show not in a complain or something, but show that it's happened also to me, that to have a bad day or something. It is show it or not.
Yes, absolutely. Show it. Be real. Be real. Do not pretend. Everybody has bad days, and on social media we try to just show the good days, but we don't want to show the bad days.
That's what I mean.
Your team, with your work, with your clients, they connect with you when you share your personal story. So I always share my personal stories when I do webinars, when I do coaching. I tell them, look, I understand where you are because I was there as well. And that's very powerful because now we have the rapport. I understand them. And also when you show you're vulnerable, people start caring for you more, right? People kind of connect with you in a deeper level. And you're not fake, you're just a real person. And that's what people want, like somebody who will really show them and tell them, look, I screwed up. If you make mistakes, tell them. I always tell parents, you should apologize and tell your children, sorry, I yelled at you, and I'm teaching you to have an inner voice and be kind, and I'm the one who yelled at you. It's my mistake. I'm sorry. And your children will respect you for that, and you will really represent yourself as a parent in a better way.
Cool. I love it. And don't be dramatic. Don't make too much drama. Be authentic. I mean, in how you are.
Yeah, I mean, not like some people, especially when we talk about social media, yes, they might want to use drama and crying and this, like, to get a little bit audience. But to me, being real, but also what's more powerful is if you have a bad day, to show people how they're going to switch from bad day to a good day. Because people often ask me this, and everybody have bad days. Sometimes you maybe have a week and you really don't feel yourself and you feel really down. Well, I tell them, first of all, number one, you need to appreciate that. And you say, okay, I'm here now. Okay, this is how I feel. I woke up feeling like this. I'm trying different things. I'm still thinking this. When you do personal development, you're aware. You're thinking the negative thoughts, so you're feeling bad. So what you have to do first, appreciate and say, it's okay. I'm not going to always be hyped up and rested and full of energy and smiling. But it is my goal. It is my goal that I try to be in a good mood all the time, because then I'm going to attract the positive things. But the next thing is you then say, okay, what can I do in this moment to feel better? So if you feel down, if you're negative, you say, what can I do now that makes you feel better? Maybe you're going to watch a funny movie. Okay, it's going to make you feel better a little bit. Maybe you're going to eat ice cream. Okay, it's not the solution, but it might help you feel a little bit better. And you say, okay, this makes me feel a little bit better for an hour. It's not the solution long term, but you do something that makes you feel better. And then you say, okay, tomorrow when I wake up, I know that when I sleep, I'm going to calm my thoughts and I'm going to stop the momentum, and I can start freshly over again. So you start freshly over and you wake up and you say, okay, today is going to be a great day. What I want to, observe, what do I want to achieve? And then those negative emotions, if they have a strong momentum, might come again. But what it's very powerful that can help you also is at the end of each day, you write about today, I really liked and enjoyed. And then you find all the things that you really enjoyed. And I remember when lockdown happened here in Dubai, we had a really strict lockdown in April. We couldn't leave the house for 3 weeks. We could just go once in the supermarket, and it was really, really no walk, nothing. So, you're in the house. It was really something new. It's like you're in house prison in a way. And this exercise really helped me, because I was like, oh, this is crap. My business stopped. Like, what should I do? And I started writing, okay, what did I enjoy about today? So I would write things, okay, I really enjoy making those cookies. I really enjoy eating those cookies.
Absolutely.
In lockdown, we all bake and do so many things. Okay, I really enjoy watching the movie. I really enjoy, listening to this podcast. And then I would say, okay, well, this was a good day. I don't know why I thought it was a bad day. There were so many nice things I did. So you do this every evening. You build a habit, and throughout your day, in the long term, your life is going to change so much, because you're going to be able to stay in that positive state for much, much longer.
I got you. This is a very good tip, and I apply also by myself. And in this way, I don't have time to complain, because when we look for the good things, what happen over the day, then in the end you say, it's amazing. And thanks for maybe a bad experience. Let's say a bad experience is a lesson. I take it like this. It can happen. If it's tragedy, we cannot stop, because there are many things which we cannot control, and let go. Try to don't control everything, because we cannot control everything.
Yeah.
And this is something which bring us and gratitude. Be grateful for what you have, what you are.
Yeah. And for negative things, sometimes we get stuck thinking about it over and over and over again. You just let go. You have to learn to let go faster. Okay, this happened. I had a fight. I had a car accident. Okay, it's not the end of the world. I don't know. My card got stolen. I'm not going to go and call everyone and speak, oh my God, my card got stolen.
Yeah.
Right? Because then we add the momentum to it. Just say, okay, what do I want? I'm going to resolve. It's not end of the world. So let me just focus on let me see what was good actually today, what I enjoyed, and then it's gonna change a lot for you.
What was the lesson in what you learned in 2020? Because it's a challenging year. I need to ask.
I learned so much in 2020, and I think it was a phenomenal year. I think it was up and down for everyone, and whoever tells me they were just going up, I kind of don't believe it, because everybody has some challenges, maybe with your children, with family, with finances, with job. It learned me that we are very resilient. And kind of learned me that I'm like, okay, if this year passed and I survived and I switched my business completely online and I start getting my clients and like totally like almost from zero, because everything was offline before, now online. Then like things will just go up and things will just get better. So this is my message that I live by. And it taught me that networking, now that you're talking about networking, is so powerful. It taught me that people thrive in every single crisis. So there are millions of people who are losing jobs, but there are so many people who are thriving. And those people who are thriving, they were able to pivot, and they're leaders. So if you stand up as a leader and if you start doing something, if you make a momentum and movement, when the market is down, let's say like a market is down, imagine what's going to happen now that market will start going up, right? It's like, it's like having the string and you pull back, and you're pulling back. And when you let it go now, when the market goes, you're going to go so fast. So this is what happened to me. And I'm like, okay, there is a lot of things that I focused, that I started, like my podcast. I wrote my second book. So it taught me a lot. Yeah.
Congrats. Very, very well. And what are the goals, plans for 2021?
2021, well, for me, it's just I have a couple of different specific goals, but I'm now in a very different place, because last 2 years I've worked so hard and it was very stressful. And when you are in this stressful state, you don't get your results fast. But when you're in a life state, when you feel happy, when you feel fulfilled and relaxed, knowing I'm allowing things to also happen to me, I don't have to run after everything. That's my big lesson that I really internally change. Now I'm allowing people to happen, and allowing things to happen to me. And my main goal is really enjoying more and being happy more and doing more fun things. Being out with friends. I appreciate that much more after the quarantine and everything. And definitely, just go through every single day with this joy and enjoyment, and knowing that everything will happen. But things don't manifest instantly for us, which is good. Because imagine if you're thinking a thought and it just manifests in front of you, then every single thought would manifest, right? So there is a buffer of time for us. If you want a goal, if you want to achieve a certain amount of money or clients or success or a rank in your company, whatever it is, there is a time from when you start thinking it and the time you're going to achieve it. Why? Because in the meantime, let's say you can say, oh, I got this client, yes. And then you're like, oh, this client didn't pay me on time, or this client doesn't show up, or this person quit the work, or, then you're learning, okay, I don't want these people. What people do I want? And it helps you by the time you reach from your thinking to your real goal and manifestation. It really changes you. It really is a journey, and it really helps you figuring out even more what is that you want, it is that you don't want. So I think that's something that's very powerful.
Tell me three things. What you want? Yes, what you want?
For first thing is that I want to start private tap dance lessons. So
Okay.
I want to learn how to tap dance, and I set a goal in the next 10 years. I want to become a world champion in tap dance.
Cool.
First, I was like, I'm just going to have it as a hobby. And then I said, well, why would I just put it as a hobby? Because when it's hobby, you're not going to take so much action and get results.
Yeah.
But if I put a real goal, and it's a fun goal, this is my for my 2021, I want fun goals. I want something that I enjoy doing. This is the one thing. Second thing that I'm working on now is a lot of PR, like media and television. I want to get into really big TV stations and media, that I'm working with my mentors and coaches now. And number three is, I would say, publishing my book, finding the right publisher and making it international bestseller.
Cool. Then wish you all the best.
Thank you.
to go for it.
We have the evidence now in January 2021.
Yes, we come back in next year. What it is with take break? So take a vacation. What? How often you need a vacation, for example, or the take a break? Just a weekend, or the 4 days, or the, let's say, not 1 month holiday.
You mean like taking breaks to refresh? I think this is very individual. I think I think there is power of inspiration. When you feel inspired, you get excited about your work. Now it's almost midnight here in Dubai, right? I'm so excited to do this interview. I've been excited the whole day and a couple of days since we talk about it, right? And I'm not feeling like, oh, I have to do this interview. No, I'm really inspired about it because I know I'm going to share a message. I know I might inspire other people as well. So when you are when you have inspiration, nothing's going to seem hard for you. When you're not inspired, you're going to procrastinate because you're going to be like, oh, this feels like hard work. I don't want to make phone calls. I don't want to contact people, right? So it's all lack of inspiration. So for me, taking breaks, it really is. Sometimes I just really feel tired, and I would just take a nap. I mean, I'm blessed that as an entrepreneur I can do that. So I would just like, you know what, let me take a nap and sleep, and then I will feel better. And I notice the more rested I am, and the more I don't rush through my day, I achieve everything I want with so much ease, right? Then I'm thinking, oh, there is not enough time. I have a huge to-do list. No, I just relax myself, and if I feel tired, I will have a nap. I do try to have at least like a 1 day weekend when I'm not working. But sometimes, for example, today I went in yesterday. During the day, I met my friends yesterday, and I met my friends today throughout the day, because I knew I'm working in the evening, the whole evening. Yeah. So for me, it's very individual. And now I understand, okay, I might go, to the beach on Wednesday in the morning. I'm going to feel refreshed, and then I'm going to feel inspired to do more things. So I think it's very individual, but you should definitely, we often blame ourselves, and we often think, oh, I don't deserve a holiday. I don't deserve rest. I didn't get the results I want. I was doing that, and I still caught myself doing, oh, no, I should do the work. I want to reach my goal. I want to earn this much money. But then I realized I'm not achieving anything. I'm just torturing myself. I'm having this guilt that's absolutely unnecessary. Nobody's chasing me. I'm the one who's chasing these goals. But when you chase something, it runs away from you. Okay? That's the thing. You chase money is running away from you. You chase fame is running away from you. So what you have to do is, I really think you need to just appreciate and say, I'm going to have rest. I'm going to have fun. And maybe on that beach, you're going to meet someone. You go to the beach, you might meet someone who will be your client, right? Yes. Yes. This happens to me. This happened to so many people. Yes. You might go and you might, be in a supermarket, or somebody see you, or you get an idea and inspiration when you are outside, when you're having your rest. And this is, we always have ideas in the shower. Why? Because we actually relax and we stop worrying. We let our mind being connected with our intuition.
Yes, I say also all the time that a short vacation doesn't matter. It is 1 day vacation. If you consider for yourself, set your brain like this. Today is my holiday day, and it will be so refreshed after that, and you can move. You have so many ideas after that. It's amazing. And you are also healthy. You can sleep better when you remove 1 day the stress, for example, 1 day or the 2 days if it's necessary. Who can afford it? We can, because we are entrepreneurs and we are not to the schedule. But 1 day or the 2 days, if you can let go, disconnect everything, and it will be huge difference.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But we often think we have to do action to get results. But what I learned is that when you are more rested and relaxed, you get those ideas, inspiration, and you call the right person and you get this and you do this. And really, it's like a magic happening because you are more relaxed and things happen to you instead of you chasing them.
I love it. I love it. So, thank you very much. I think that I leave you to go to sleep because it's midnight to you, and otherwise we can speak more.
Yes.
And if you have something, so a close message for our community or my community, your community, all who watch this video, please feel
Yeah.
free to ask question or get in touch with us for anything what have to do with with networking. We can try to help.
Well, let me just say, to just close, thank you, first of all, for being here, for listening. And let's wrap up this whole networking thing, right?
Yes.
Do not think of networking as something, oh, I have to do, I have to network. Remove the focus from yourself, put it on the others, right? So text people instead of, oh, let me offer something to them. No, ask them, how are they? What is that they need? And you all network all day long. You go in a restaurant, you have a bartender, they give you a menu, you smile, you can ask them, hey, where are you from? How long you been working here, right? People are everywhere around you. You can have prospects everywhere around you. And but it's in our head, oh, I have to network, I have to prospect, I have to. No, just, be yourself, be who you are. And when you see people, just communicate with them and speak in a good manner, and make that paradigm shift. It's very powerful, and it's really going to change no matter what kind of business you have, or your life in general. You're going to meet people, they're going to add value to your life.
I am agree with you. Absolutely amazing, and I love it. And
For this interview, for this opportunity, and thank you everyone for listening.
thank you for listening. Thank you for coming and to share your experience, your talks. And I say all the time, networking is sharing, and sharing is caring.
Yes.
It is how I see the networking in my opinion, and we care about people. We try to help, and feel free to get in touch and ask. And it's not every opportunity is matched for everybody, or there is not the right moment, but it will come someday. We recommend all the time things: where you make your hair, where you make your nails, where you make this. This is networking.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Love it.
Thank you, Simona. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. And next Thursday, I will be again here. I have another guest. It will be a surprise. 2 days before, I will let you know about. And we see us next Thursday. Thank you very much for joining, and have a nice day, evening, wherever you are. And stay safe.